Hello FPL fans and welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about the knee-jerk reaction for FPL Gameweek 15. This is where we look at the most transferred in and most transferred out players for this game week and make a recommendation to you guys as to whether or not you should bring them into the squads or release them from your teams. Just before we get into the video, please consider subscribing and liking to show your support for the channel and share this video with your friends if you guys are enjoying this type of content. Also, don't forget to check out SofaScore as they have provided the stats for today's video, and with that being said, let's get into it. So starting off with the most transferred in players so far this game week, beginning with Mohamed Salah. Salah has seen 100,000 managers transfer him in this game week, making him the most popular player to bring in to the Game Week 15 squads. This came about as he scored 16 points in Game Week 14, as he got himself 2 goals and an assist after getting subbed on in the second half against Crystal Palace. This totals his score to 118 points for the season, making him the highest performing player in FPL. He's currently coming in at £12.5 million, which has actually seen an increase of 0.2 million in the last game week. He has a 39.3% ownership, and after compiling 13 goals and 4 assists so far this season, he's the top scorer in the league. He has an 8.12 XG, which is the highest amongst FPL midfielders, and has fashioned 47 shots, also ranking top amongst FPL midfielders. He has great upcoming fixtures, which include West Brom, Newcastle, Southampton, and a blank game week in Game Week 18, and overall will be a great transfer into the squads, as he's providing those very good consistent returns for his owners. Moving on to the second most transferred in player, it's Patrick Bamford. Bamford saw 40,000 managers transfer him in this game week, but still yet hasn't played in Game Week 14. This season he has scored a total of 81 points, which is the 5th highest amongst forwards. He's coming in at £6.4 million, which has seen an increase of 0.4 since Game Week 1, and currently has a 42.3% ownership. Bamford has compiled 9 goals and 3 assists so far this season, and with an 8.13 XG, this ranks amongst the top 5 players in the league. Bamford has fashioned 49 total shots, which is the 2nd highest in the league, with only Harry Kane faring better. Bamford has some nice upcoming fixtures, which include Burnley, West Brom, Tottenham, and a blank in Game Week 18, followed by a double game week in Game Week 19. Overall, Bamford will be a great transfer in as he provides great value up top. Now having a look at the third player, it's Pedro Neto. Neto has seen 30,000 managers transfer him in this game week, making him the 3rd most popular player to bring into the squads. Neto has not yet played in Game Week 14, but has amassed 64 points for the season. This is the 12th highest amongst midfielders and provides great value in the middle of the park as he's only £5.9 million. This has increased by 0.4 since Game Week 1 and currently has a 12.1% ownership. Neto has compiled 4 goals and 3 assists so far and has a 2.25 XG, which is the highest amongst his Wolves teammates. He has also been involved in over 50% of the Wolves goals this season, and with the upcoming fixtures of Tottenham, United, Brighton and Everton, it is a bit of a mixed bag, but considering his great value in the middle of the park, I would say that Pedro Neto is a good transfer in. Now moving on to the most transferred out players by FPL managers ahead of Game Week 15, starting off with Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez has seen 40,000 managers transfer him out, making him the most popular player to depart the squads. Mahrez got subbed on in his fixture against Southampton in Game Week 14, as he only managed 1 point there. This means he has scored 53 points this season and is coming in at £8.4 million. Mahrez is owned by 8.1% of managers and has scored 4 goals and 1 assist this season, which have come in just 2 games. Mahrez has a 2.6 XG, which is the 50th highest in the league, which is obviously very disappointing, and considering that he has seen 11 blanks so far this season, he is a very inconsistent performer and has not scored in the last 4 game weeks. Also, as seen by his last 2 fixtures, he is a bit of a rotation risk with the busy schedule upcoming and the Manchester City squad depth with Bernardo Silva always there. Riyad Mahrez's next fixtures include Newcastle, Everton, Chelsea and Brighton, which are looking nice, but considering that he is always a rotation risk and quite an inconsistent performer, I would say that he's a good transfer out. Moving on to the second most transferred out player, it's Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne has had a total of 40,000 transfers out this game week, making him the 2nd most popular player to depart the squads ahead of Game Week 15. De Bruyne scored 5 points in Game Week 14 as he got himself an assist against Southampton. This means he has scored 65 points this season, which is the 9th highest amongst midfielders. He is now priced at £11.8 million, which has decreased by 0.1 this game week, with a 26% ownership. De Bruyne has scored 2 goals and 7 assists so far this season, and with a 5.73 expected assist, this is the most in the entire league. Considering that De Bruyne is a low rotation risk for Manchester City, and has great upcoming fixtures which include Newcastle, Everton, Chelsea and Brighton, I would think that he's a good one to keep into the squads just because he's always providing us attacking returns, whether it be goals or assists. The only thing I would say for him is to get into more attacking positions, but overall Kevin De Bruyne is a bad transfer out. So now moving on to the third and final player in the transfers out section, it's Bruno Fernandes. The United midfielder saw 35,000 transfers out this game week, making him the third most popular player to leave the squads. Fernandes has not yet played in Game Week 14, but has amassed a total of 85 points this season, making him the third highest scoring midfielder. Now coming in at £11 million, his price has increased by £500,000 since Game Week 1. Fernandes is now owned by 42% of managers and is justified by his 7 goals and 5 assists so far, meaning he has contributed to over 55% of the United goals. His 8 big chances created ranks second highest amongst midfielders, with only De Bruyne tallying more. His next fixtures include Leicester, Wolves, Villa and a blank game week in Game Week 18, followed by a double game week in Game Week 19. Overall, Fernandes will be a bad transfer out as he's providing very consistent returns, and I'm assuming many managers are just transferring him out based on the fact that he got a blank against Sheffield, but overall Fernandes is such a consistent performer and there's no way that I'll be getting rid of him from my squad. So that's what we've got for today for the knee-jerk reaction of FPL Game Week 15. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, show support to the channel by leaving a like and subscribing, and once again share this video with your friends if you guys enjoyed. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.